reading a little bit about your documentation, one of the things I liked was the discovery thing. So if you were looking for something very specific, say, I don't know, let's say, I'm going to just say terms and conditions of something, that you would, if you put the message out there to all your networks in a general sense on a public social network, it would be, okay, well, you might get this document and you might get that document, and they'd be kind of useful but not totally useful,
yeah.
Whereas you could really hone in on that kind of discovery stage, and I could see that being like a huge benefit, obviously.
Yeah.
The targeting of
exactly
right people.
I think that discovery function probably doesn't work in a gigantic, or it probably has a little more trouble working in a gigantic open network, because it is a kind of we're talking about a feature that people probably have never seen, but it's a kind of a navigation-based ability where you're starting here and saying, oh, I like this document and it's connected to these people and that's connected to these other documents. So you're actually kind of following through, and as the network gets gigantic, of course, the number of paths you could follow would get very, very large, and so you in some sense might get lost in the forest at that point.
Right.
But when you're in a confined community with a smaller number, and the smaller numbers means not tens or 20s here, but probably thousands or tens of thousands, which relative to Facebook is obviously a tiny community. But in that kind of a community, that kind of browsing capability is incredibly useful.